Hello grammarians, this is my third video on the topic pronouns, and today I am going to discuss about reflexive pronouns. To have a detailed knowledge in all grammar lessons, do subscribe to my channel and keep watching my videos. Let us understand what are reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are words ending in self or selves that are used when the subject and object of a sentence are the same. For example, himself, ourselves, and themselves. So, to understand reflexive pronoun, one must be able to identify the subject and object used in a sentence. Now, in a sentence, subject is the person or thing that is being spoken about or talked about. For example, Rosie walks fast. As we are talking about Rosie in this sentence, so Rosie is the subject. Take another example. She didn't study well. She is the subject as we are talking about her. So we conclude that subject is the element that is doing the action in a sentence. They are usually nouns or pronouns found at the beginning of a sentence. Now let us see what are objects. Objects are the receiver of the action. They come after the verb in a sentence. For example, Uncle Tom loves his wife. In this example, Uncle Tom is being talked about. So he is the subject. His wife receives the action. So his wife is the object. Take another example. Raj plays football. As Raj is being talked about, so Raj is the subject. And football receives the action of playing. So it is the object. In English language, we follow the rule of subject, verb, object. Generally, the subject and object in a sentence are two different entities. But sometimes, as in reflexive pronoun, a person does an action and the very same person receives the action. For example, I saw myself in the mirror. Notice, I is the subject here and myself is the object, and they both refer to the same person. So, this is what reflexive pronoun is about. In reflexive pronoun, the verb reflects back the object to the subject of a sentence. That means the subject and the object is the same person. I would like to repeat, the object reflects back to the subject, and that is why it is called a reflexive pronoun. Take another example. He cut himself. Notice he is the subject and himself is the object, and they both are same person. So it is a reflexive pronoun. To make it easier for you, I will tell you all the reflexive pronoun words, and in fact there is no other reflexive pronoun word used in English. So let us derive reflexive pronoun from personal pronoun. For personal pronoun me, the reflexive pronoun is myself. For personal pronoun us, the reflexive pronoun is ourselves. For personal pronoun you, the reflexive pronoun is yourself when you are addressing one person, and yourselves when you are addressing more than one person. Likewise, we have itself, herself, himself, and themselves. I have added another word oneself, which is used with the indefinite pronoun one, which means a person. For example, one should be careful not to hurt oneself. Now, let us look at some common mistakes one does in reflexive pronoun. There are no words in English as ourself, themselves, or their selves. We always use ourselves and themselves to address more than one person. Sometimes we say, Raj and myself play cricket. Now, if you analyze this sentence, myself is used in place of the subject, and it is wrong because reflexive pronouns are always used as an object in a sentence. Look at another common mistake one makes. At times, we say, You may call myself in case of emergency. Now, in this sentence, you is the subject and myself is the object. But if you remember, I told you that the subject and the object should be same in reflexive pronoun. But in this sentence, the subject and the object are two different persons, which is wrong. So, the correct sentence will be, You may call me in case of emergency. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Do remember to subscribe my channel and I will meet you in the next session.